You can always tell when a man is attracted to you, but it's the way he tries to hide it that gives him away. He'll act calm, collected, maybe even a little distant. But underneath that cool exterior, his heart is doing somersaults. You walk into a room and suddenly his voice changes. He straightens up a little. He tries to act like he's not paying attention, yet his eyes keep finding their way back to you again and again. That's not coincidence, that's chemistry he can't control. See, men are funny when they fall. They don't confess it right away. They don't gush to their friends. Instead, they start revealing themselves in tiny, almost invisible ways. He remembers the most random detail you mentioned once, months ago. He teases you just to make you laugh. He starts showing up where you are, pretending it's all by chance. But deep down, he knows exactly what he's doing. Because when a man is truly crazy about a woman, he doesn't need to tell her his. Energy does it for him. You'll feel it in the way he looks at you, not like he's just admiring your beauty, but like he's trying to memorize your face. You'll sense it when he slows his steps to match yours, or when he listens a little too closely, hanging on to your every word like it's something rare. And maybe he doesn't realize it himself yet, but his heart already gave him away. Here's the part most women miss. When he's crazy about you, he doesn't act perfect. In fact, he might get awkward. He might say something silly, stumble over his words, or overthink every message he sends. That's not confusion, that's care. That's what real interest looks like before it finds the courage to speak. So if you've been wondering whether he's just being nice, or if there's something deeper hiding behind that smile, stay right here. Because I'm about to reveal the 5 hidden signs he's absolutely crazy about you. And trust me, number 3 will change the way you read men forever. The first hidden sign that he's crazy about you is subtle, almost invisible. If you're not paying attention, he starts to mirror you without realizing it. And I don't mean in a creepy copycat way. I'm talking about those small unconscious moments where his body, his tone, and even his energy begin to align with yours. When you cross your legs, a few seconds later, he does the same. You take a sip of your drink, and suddenly he's reaching for his glass too. It's not a coincidence, it's psychology. When we feel drawn to someone, our subconscious mind tries to build connection through imitation. It's a human instinct, and men do it especially when they're emotionally invested but not ready to say it out loud. Think about it when you're with someone who makes you feel comfortable, safe, or excited. Your body naturally relaxes and synchronizes with theirs. He's doing that with you. Whether he's aware of it or not, he'll lean in when you lean in. His laughter will match your rhythm. Even his texting style might start resembling yours, using the same emojis, the same tone, even mirroring your punctuation. Why? Because on some level, he's trying to match your frequency. It's like his entire body is saying, I want to be in tune with you. But here's what makes this so interesting. Men rarely mirror women they're indifferent about. They don't invest that kind of energy unless something deep is pulling them closer. If he's mirroring your movements, matching your pace when you walk side by side, or picking up habits he never had before, like listening to your favorite artist or watching the show you mentioned, once it's a clear giveaway that he's emotionally syncing with you. Sometimes it's even deeper than actions. It's emotional mirroring. You tell him you're having a bad day, and instead of brushing it off, his tone shifts, his shoulders drop. He starts reflecting your mood, not because he's trying to fix it, but because he feels it. That's connection on an unspoken level. He's not just hearing your words, he's experiencing your emotions with you. And you'll see it in the way he listens too. When a man mirrors you emotionally, he becomes more attentive. He doesn't interrupt, he doesn't rush. He lets silence breathe between your sentences, just to understand you better. That's his way of saying, without words, I get you. Here's the truth. Mirroring is one of the first signs a man's guard is dropping. It's his subconscious giving away what his ego is still trying to hide. So the next time you're with him, watch the rhythm of his body language. Notice how he adjusts himself to match you. Because if he's doing that, he's already halfway gone. And the beautiful thing is, he might not even realize it yet. The second hidden sign that he's crazy about you is that he protects your emotional space. This isn't about grand gestures or dramatic declarations. It's about the quiet, consistent ways he shows that your peace matters to him. When a man truly cares, his focus shifts from trying to impress you to trying to understand you. He starts to pay attention to how you feel, what makes you smile, and what triggers your stress. He begins to adjust his actions, his tone, and even his presence to make sure you feel safe when you're around him. That's not just interest, it's emotional investment. You'll notice it in the little things first. He listens not just to respond, but to actually hear you. When you talk about your day, he remembers the details. If you tell him your favorite coffee order once, he'll surprise you with it later. If you mention that you had a rough week, he won't just say that sucks. He'll ask questions, offer to help, or simply sit with you so you don't feel alone. Men who are crazy about you don't always say the right words, but they show up when it counts. That's their love language, presence, not promises. He'll also become protective of your energy. If you're around negative people or situations that drain you, he subtly steps in to shield you. He might change the topic, make you laugh, or simply create a distraction just to lighten your mood. It's not about control, it's about care. When a man is emotionally invested, your comfort becomes his priority. He wants to be the reason you feel calm, not the reason you feel anxious. Another beautiful sign of this emotional protection is how he handles conflict. A man who truly likes you doesn't fight to win, he fights to understand. Even when he's upset, he won't attack your character. He'll take a breath, step back, and choose his words carefully. Why? Because deep down, he's terrified of hurting you. He values the connection too much to let ego ruin it. That's when you know he's not just playing a part, he's emotionally involved. And here's something most women overlook. When a man protects your emotional space, he also starts opening up about his own. He lets you see parts of him he hides from others, the fears, the insecurities, the quiet doubts. That's his way of saying, I trust you with me. He doesn't need to be perfect around you because your presence already makes him feel safe. So if you've noticed that he checks in on you after a tough day, remembers the tiny things you say, and respects your boundaries even when it's inconvenient, understand this. That's not ordinary behavior. That's a man falling deeply. Because when he's crazy about you, your happiness becomes his silent mission. He wants to be the reason you breathe easier. And that right there is one of the most powerful signs of love he'll never say out loud. The third hidden sign he's crazy about you is one most women completely misread: he gets awkward around you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, shouldn't he be confident if he really likes me? You'd think so. But when a man is genuinely into you, confidence often goes out the window. His smoothness disappears, his words tangle up, and suddenly this cool, collected guy turns into someone who can't quite find his footing. Why? Because your presence affects him more than he wants to admit. You make him nervous in the best possible way. Picture this. He's usually the confident one, the guy who always knows what to say. But when it's you, he overthinks everything. He replays conversations in his head, wondering if he sounded dumb. He hesitates before texting, typing, and deleting 3 times before he finally hits send. And when you're together, he might laugh a little too hard at your jokes, or look away quickly when your eyes meet, just to keep himself from staring too long. That's not indifference. That's a man completely overwhelmed by how much he likes you. This kind of nervous energy is actually a huge sign that he's emotionally invested. It shows he cares about how he comes across. He doesn't want to mess things up because deep down, he already values what you two have, even if it's just a budding connection. When a man's feelings are real, he loses control of the polished version of himself. The act drops, and what's left is raw sincerity. Sometimes he'll even do silly things without realizing it, like fidgeting with his keys, talking too fast, or cracking random jokes that make no sense. You might notice him blushing, shifting in his seat, or acting overly polite. He's not trying to be fake. He's just trying to navigate emotions that are bigger than his comfort zone. That awkwardness, it's attraction in its purest form, unfiltered, unguarded, real. And here's the best part. When he starts getting awkward around you, it means you've reached his soft spot. You've touched the part of him that usually stays hidden, the one that wants to impress you but also doesn't want to lose control. It's that beautiful in-between space where charm meets vulnerability. And the truth is, men rarely get awkward around women they don't care about. They only trip over their words when the stakes feel high when you matter. So the next time he stumbles during conversation or acts a little weird, don't overthink it. Don't assume he's uninterested or unsure. In fact, it's quite the opposite. That hesitation, that nervous laugh, that tiny bit of awkward energy, it's his heart trying to keep up with how fast his feelings are growing. Because when a man's truly crazy about you, he's not afraid to lose his cool. He's just afraid of losing you. The fourth hidden sign he's crazy about you is this. He constantly finds excuses to be near you. He might not say I miss you or I can't stop thinking about you, but his actions will reveal it every single time. When a man is deeply drawn to you, he starts creating moments to be in your presence, even if they seem random or coincidental. He'll suddenly start showing up in places you frequent, texting you about something trivial just to start a conversation, or finding reasons to help you with things you didn't even ask for. It's not manipulation, it's magnetism. He simply can't resist the pull. Think about it. Maybe he offers to drive you somewhere when you could easily go on your own. Maybe he just happens to pass by your favorite coffee shop right when you're there. Or perhaps he stays a little longer after group hangouts, lingering as if waiting for a private moment with you. These aren't accidents, they're intentional efforts wrapped in casual excuses. It's his heart finding reasons to be close to yours without having to say it out loud. Men are naturally wired to chase what draws them in emotionally. When he's crazy about you, your presence becomes his comfort zone, his favorite escape from the noise of the world. He may not fully understand why, but being around you feels right. It calms him, excites him, and recharges him all at once. So he looks for moments to experience that again and again. Even if it's just walking you to your car, asking for your opinion on something small, or calling just to check in. It's all his way of staying connected. But here's the real giveaway. It's not just physical proximity. It's emotional closeness he's craving. He'll ask deep questions about your thoughts, your dreams, your past. He wants to know what makes you laugh, what scares you, what inspires you. He's not doing it to make small talk. He's doing it to build intimacy. Because when a man is crazy about a woman, closeness becomes more than attraction. It becomes emotional gravity. and notice how his energy changes when he's near you. He's more alive, more focused. His eyes soften, his body relaxes, but his attention sharpens. You might catch him stealing glances when you're not looking, or smiling at things you say that no one else even notices. That's how he feels, the connection. You're his favorite part of every room. So if you've ever wondered why he keeps showing up, why he always seems to be around, or why he goes out of his way just to share a few moments with you, it's not random. It's not politeness. It's his quiet confession. Because when a man is truly crazy about you, he doesn't need a reason to be near you. You are the reason. The fifth hidden sign that he's crazy about you is one that happens when you're not even around. He talks about you without naming you. It's one of the most telling, most intimate clues that you've taken up space in his mind. When a man is truly into you, you'll start to notice your presence weaving through his conversations in subtle ways. He might tell a story and say, "Someone I know mentioned that," or I was talking to a friend about that the other day, when that someone or friend is actually you. He doesn't even realize he's doing it. It's his subconscious letting you slip into his world. Here's what's happening. When a man's feelings deepen, you become a quiet part of his internal dialogue. You show up in his thoughts, his plans, and even his sense of humor. So when he's around others, you naturally find your way into the conversation because you've become part of the way he sees the world now. He might reference a story you told him, quote something you said, or recall a moment you shared, all while pretending it's just casual. But it's not casual at all. It's emotional attachment wrapped in everyday talk. And it's not just with friends. When a man is crazy about you, he subtly tests how people react to mentions of you. He'll bring you up around his close circle just to gauge their response. Almost like he's trying to see if you fit in his world. He'll say things like, "You'd actually like her, she's funny," or "I was talking to this girl about that same thing." What he's really doing is seeking validation, trying to see if the people who matter to him would approve of the woman who's beginning to matter even more. There's something incredibly revealing about the way he talks about you when you're not around. You'll hear it in the tone when others mention you. Maybe his friends tease him. Maybe someone smiles knowingly because they've seen it too. They've noticed how his mood shifts when your name comes up, how his face lights up in ways he probably doesn't even realize. That's how deep emotional connection sneaks out. It leaks through the cracks of casual conversation. And here's the most powerful part. He doesn't have to say your name for everyone to know. You can tell when you've become the someone special in a man's story. He doesn't just bring you up for the sake of it. He talks about you because you've inspired him. Maybe you changed his perspective, motivated him to try something new, or simply made his life more exciting. Either way, he's carrying your influence with him. So if you ever hear him mention things you've said, share your ideas with others, or talk about experiences that only make sense if you were part of them, take it as a beautiful confirmation. He might not say, "I'm crazy about her," but his words will say it for him. Because when a man starts talking about you like you're already part of his story, that's not just interest anymore. That's love quietly taking shape. So now that you know these 5 hidden signs, take a moment and think, does he mirror your energy without realizing it? Does he protect your peace, get adorably awkward around you, find excuses to be close, or talk about you even when you're not there? If the answer is yes to even a couple of those, then trust me, he's not just interested, he's crazy about you. He might not have found the courage to say it yet, but his actions are already shouting it loud and clear. But here's the real question, what are you going to do about it? The power isn't in waiting for him to confess. It's in recognizing his signals and meeting that energy with grace, confidence, and feminine warmth. Don't chase him, inspire him. Because the right man doesn't need convincing, he just needs permission to step closer. If you loved this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below sharing which sign you've noticed in your guy. Remember, love isn't about guessing games, it's about awareness, connection, and courage. Until next time, stay radiant, stay confident, and never settle for anything less than the kind of love that shows up even when words don't.